Good day, welcome to another edition of Inside Putnam Valley Schools. I'm Eric Gross, your host, along with Superintendent of Schools, Jeremy Luft. And Jeremy, another year in Putnam Valley.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the first boring year to pass by. It's been another exciting year, but I couldn't be proud of all we've been able to accomplish, proud of our students, our teachers, our staff. Hope everyone has a restful summer. And we're ready to get started back in September.
You know, the years just fly by faster. I guess we're getting older, that's why. You're not.
Time has certainly flown by each of the last couple of years. This year was no different. But I'm glad we were able to return to some sense of normalcy, welcome parents back into our buildings. There's been some fabulous events throughout the spring, really well-attended events by parents who I think have been anxious to get back into the buildings and really celebrate some of the accomplishments of our students.
First thing we have to do is thank the taxpayers of the Putnam Valley School District for going to the polls last month and approving that fiscal spending plan.
Yeah, we're very much appreciative. One of our big goals going into this budget cycle was to increase voter turnout, and that's something that we saw. We had a much higher voter turnout, and the budget overwhelmingly passed. So we appreciate the support of the community, and we'll continue to do everything we can to balance the needs of the district and the community while offering a top-notch education to our students.
This time of the year, of course, we celebrate the graduates, the high school seniors, the middle school children moving up, the elementary school children moving up, and the kindergartners getting ready to come into school. Tell us about the class of 22.
Yeah, I mean, it's obvious all of those classes you mentioned have lost a great deal over the last couple of years, but it's really nice to be in a place now where they can go out in a more traditional fashion. Our graduating class has shared many honors over the time they've been here, whether on the stage, on the athletic fields and courts, or in the classroom. And we've had many fantastic students that'll be leaving us, but we're very proud of them and anxious to see all the great things they will go on to do.
We're going to be talking to the valedictorian and the salutatorian of the class in just a few minutes. But no, you want to give a shout out to a young lady who went upstate and brought back the gold medal to Putnam Valley.
Yeah, I mean, Nia is a fantastic student athlete. She excels in the classroom and on the fields and the courts and in the gym. And she went up and won the state championship in the 100 meters. So we're very proud of her. I set a goal for her of 12 flat, and she ran 12:06 in the preliminaries, so that's pretty close to 12 flat, and we'll bring home some medal to Putnam Valley. So
and of course, bronze in the 200.
Yeah, it's, like I said, very talented student, and not going to school for track and field. She actually has a scholarship to do cheerleading in
Isn't
school,
that
so
amazing?
Multi-sport athlete.
Yeah. Quite a future.
Yeah. The future is certainly bright for her and has been for many years.
Well, since we're talking about students, let's meet the valedictorian and the salutatorian of the class of 2022. Well, as Jeremy and I said, we have two very, very special guests today on the year-end edition of Inside Putnam Valley Schools, the valedictorian and the salutatorian of the class of 2022, Fiona Chen and Michael Holowiak. Welcome.
Thank you.
Fiona, number 1 out of 155. What does that mean to you?
To be honest, I've never really considered being number 1 to be super special. I've just thought of it as a culmination of all the hard work that I've put into. Number 1 wasn't ever really my goal. It was just doing my best work and producing what I believe to be the best of my capabilities.
And Mike, number 2.
Going off what she said, I never really it was like more of a side goal of mine. It was never a priority. I just focused on my work as much as possible, and I think it's just a representation of how hard I worked over the last 4 years.
How has 12 years been for Fiona Chen in Putnam Valley?
It's been not super eventful, if I had to be completely honest. I spend most of my time just really studying, spending time with family, and just making the most I can out of my time here in Putnam Valley. And I'd like to say that I'm very satisfied with my time here.
And Mike?
I definitely can say I enjoyed every year of these 12 years. I've got to know the same 100 people over the years, and we've just become more of a family, and we've also just supported each other. There's little conflict between us, and I just think it's a great community.
What about the future? You know, Fiona's going to Northeastern up in Boston next year. What are you majoring in?
I'm doing a combined major of computer science and biology.
Michael?
I'm going to Binghamton University studying biology.
So we have a bright future awaiting these two fine young people here. But it's been a good experience for you in the Putnam Valley schools.
Yes, definitely.
What kind of activities did you take part in besides your academia?
I participated in sports such as volleyball, track, and softball. However, I had to take a pause because I had a knee injury. So I decided to opt to focus on more extracurriculars like volunteering. I did a lot of tutoring and really focusing on my musical abilities like playing piano and oboe.
Michael?
Well, a major one for me is the science research program. That's where most of my time and effort goes into, writing my research paper, competing, doing that type of stuff. But I've also taken part in stage crew for the last 4 years, and I also do Taekwondo for the last 12 years or so.
So as you can see with Fiona and Michael here, two young people have a very bright future awaiting them because of the education they received here in the Putnam Valley schools. We wish you both the best of luck. Keep up the good work. And we're sure going to hear a lot more about Fiona and Michael in the years to come. Jeremy and I will be right back. What young people, the future they have.
Yeah, like I said, they make us very proud every day. In the classrooms, out on the fields, the courts, on the stage, we have fantastic, extremely talented students that make us proud each day.
Summertime is here. What goes on in the Putnam Valley schools in the summer?
Yeah, certainly busy times around our schools in the summer. We have a variety of programs that will be taking place. Recovery and enrichment programs, our ESY extended school year program for some of our special education students. We have E&L academies and our kinder camp as well, right before the beginning of the school year.
And of course, you know, school might be so-called closed, but yet the maintenance people, the custodial people will be here all summer getting these buildings back to spick and span for that first day in the fall.
There is certainly a lot of activity in each of our buildings over the summer. Our buildings and ground staff do a tremendous job in cleaning and sort of to clean everything in each building. They make them the beautiful spaces they are. And our technology staff is hard at work making sure that all the technology is up and running for the beginning of the school year. And our offices are staffed, our buildings are still open. And there's a lot of work that goes into supporting those summer programs and preparing to welcome students back in the fall.
I know you want to reassure parents. Coming into the building today, I noticed the SRO was outside directing traffic when buses were going in and out. Parents are very concerned about safety and security in schools. You speak to your faculty, you speak to your cabinet, I'm sure, about this regularly. What message do you have to the public out there?
Yeah, I think it's a sad reality of schools, the amount of resources, time, and otherwise that we're forced to invest into safety and security. But those initiatives began many years ago, and again, I'm very proud of where we are as a school district. We have an SRO on the middle school, high school campus. We have another one at our elementary school. And we have really well-defined responsibilities and procedures. We have building emergency response teams, district emergency response team. We work closely with the Putnam County Department of Sheriff, as well as school security consultants. And all of us come together. We welcome other agencies in to see our procedures, to view our drills, and in hopes that we'll never need to use them. But certainly to ensure that we have everything in place, God forbid, that we need to.
And you were a big one when it comes to notifying the public, discussing items with the public. Nothing's hidden over here. There was an incident not too long ago, and there was something blasted right on the website that day.
Yeah, I think it's important that we get timely information out to the community. Obviously, the details of incidents we're not at freedom to share, and the nuances of our security plans are not for public consumption for obvious reasons. But I think it's important that the community hear from us and hear the information that we're able to share. It's a 24/7 connected world, so many of the students have phones and constant communication with their parents, so it's important that the school get accurate and timely information out to the community whenever an incident arises.
You know, it's funny you mentioned the phones. As the sheriff told me recently, the kids know more of what's going on before we know what's going on.
It's true, and I have to say, a lot of the incidents that arise, we get information from students, students who have concerns about their fellow students who may be struggling, students who are in fear of other things happening, and that constant flow of information through the student's phone has certainly served the district well when students step up and do the right thing and notify us if they have concerns.
Okay. So what are your plans for the summer?
I am looking forward to some family vacations and doing everything we need to do to welcome our students back in the fall.
And it will fly by.
It always does.
It always does. And your message to those out there for the summertime?
I hope everyone takes an opportunity to sort of reflect on all that's happened over the past few years and really embraces the opportunity they have to enjoy themselves, spend time with family and friends, rest up, and we're looking forward to welcome everyone back.
As they say, we'll see you in September.
See you in September.
Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Jeremy Luft. I'm Eric Gross. We thank you so much for joining us for this year-end edition of Inside Putnam Valley Schools. Have a safe summer. Enjoy. Until next time. Bye-bye now.